What's up guys, Tyson here. So today we are working on a full leg day. I realized for myself I just love squatting, doing deadlifts. So I've been rehabbing my knee for the past, I don't know, 4 months or so, working on my posterior chain. Because if you have knee injuries, a lot of times what it is your glutes and hams are lacking. So here I'm doing a box squat on a low box, slightly wider than normal stance, and I don't completely relax on the bottom. I go about 40% of my weight onto the box, and then I explode up using my glutes, engaging my glutes, making sure my knees are positioned outward, and shoving my hips forward at the top position. So that'll make sure that you're, really utilizing and engaging the glutes and the hamstrings. Next, actually, this was a recommendation of a friend who's a Olympic lifting competitor to try do floor bridges first before going back to bench bridges or hip thrusters. So I'm doing some floor bridges. It's pretty heavy. I just really want to see how it felt. And for me, I personally didn't like it, but it's a great start for a beginner to do it off the floor. This is about 315 pounds. My lockout wasn't that amazing, but I did feel some good glute engagement. He recommended me using these Olympic shoes as well. That's actually him in the background. But here we go with some 315 glute bridges, and I probably won't do this again, to be honest. But if you're brand new or your posture is a little bit weak, start off here. It's a pretty good exercise. Start off with body weight, pausing on the top, contracting your glutes all the way, and just come down slow. So here we go. Here's my thrusters, the one I prefer a lot more. Um, I do it off of a bench. This one's bolted into the ground so it doesn't slide around. And for me, I just feel a lot more engagement on my glutes, my hamstrings when I do it off of a bench. It could be my leverages, or it could just be it recruits more fibers because you're going a further distance. I'm not 110% sure, but I've been working on thrusters for probably the past year and a half or so, and I really like this exercise. I think I'm working with 2 or 3 plates here, but you can go pretty heavy on this exercise as well, and it really engages the posture well. So I'm gonna start also focusing on getting my deadlift back up. I have some personal goals I've never hit yet, so we gotta get that up. Being that this is my first squat and deadlift session in months, I'm going ultra light on squats and deadlifts, and I'm going very, very conservative, being very careful, cautious in my technique and form. So here we have a 135. I'm just going to do one set of 5 since I hit 5 sets of 5 on my squat, my box squat. And that's a kind of common way for like Bulgarian powerlifters to train, because they don't like to really train heavy deadlifts, I notice, too often. So they, or high volume, I mean. So they do a little bit less volume and they just add it in at the end of their squat workout. Some basic leg extensions. A quick tip for leg extensions: keep your knees a little bit out, toes pointed a little bit out, foot's in dorsiflex position, or all that means is your toes locked and pointed up. And just hold the contraction on the top, and you're going to feel a great pump, and it'll help add some definition to those quads of yours. Next we got leg curls. I prefer to do them 2 legs at a time lying down, but it just happened to be that day at the gym where everybody else was doing legs. So here I'm doing 1 leg at a time, focusing on the contractions. It's really light. And for leg curls, what you're going to do is you're going to point your toes forward and lock it like you're kicking a soccer ball. The reason is it's going to help contract your hamstrings a lot better. You'll feel some tightness in your calves, but your calves and hamstrings are all kind of tied in together back there. So that's just part of how it works. Lastly, just some basic calf raises. for some odd reason I've noticed my calves are doing a lot better these days, so I'm putting a lot less work into them. I'm going very light, trying to pause it on the bottom and on the top just briefly, just to get rid of that elasticity. And this is honestly the only calf exercise I do, just standing calf raises, just keep it very, very basic. A variation, if you really want to hit the calves, is like seated or on like a sled or something like that, or single leg. Update, I pretty much have been hitting legs for about 3 weeks now, twice a week. My knees have been feeling really good. My lower back has been great. Sciatica's not flaring up. Here's my most recent squat workout here. I'm doing the 205. I'm feeling great, 5 by 5. I'll just keep on going up linearly, which means just each week progressing up in weight until I get probably to about 315, 365, and then I'll start figuring out what I got to do after that. Um, yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys that I wanted to start filming videos a little bit different, a little bit more uncut, and maybe you can see a little bit more on the setup, different variables in actually lifting versus just me talking to the camera. So hope you like this style of my video, and stay tuned. More videos will be coming through soon.